Parents of Reddit with teenagers, is there anything you wish you would have done in regards to how they were raised? I wish I would have let them make their own mistakes. It was hard for me to watch my daughter making the same mistakes I had in the past. I got very lucky raising my child. I certainly wasn't perfect at it. The biggest thing looking back was that it took me a good solid minute to realize that there was a transition from packing lunches / tucking into bed / putting band-aids on O's to becoming a non-judgmental sounding board for her struggles. I had to learn to take myself back in time to see things through the eyes of a teenager rather than dismissing through eyes of a middle-aged adult. That caused a little bit of trouble between us, but we got through it and came out better for it. I'm sharing what my partner told me. My partner wishes he had taught his son about money. His son, my stepkid, is still a young teen, 14, so we are actively working on it. My partner didn't understand money beyond work hard, spend hard, and he worked in a lucrative industry that also took him away from his kid a lot. My partner would then feel guilty. If kid asked, dad or grandparents always said yes. Mom and dad broke up when kid was 9 months old and mom has never worked before and lives at almost poverty line, surviving on child support from the fathers of her 4 children. Mom has her own issues. So my partner and his parents have been almost desperate to ensure my stepkid is happy. Enter me 3 years ago, and when I started to see this dynamic play out, I started speaking to my partner about it. His back is done for, so he works a normal blue-collar job with far less income. My partner was interested in learning about money management, so I started working with my partner and his son on money. Then the grandparents joined in, so we have all tackled this together. There are tough times, like he was very sad that he couldn't get an iPhone 10 and $1,200 tires for his $150 ATV for Christmas. Even more upset when he found out both of those items were out of our budgets. His grandmother was in a tizzy wanting to make him happy, but I got everyone to sit still. Later that week, my stepkid came and asked what the Christmas budget was. Then at supper he launched his proposal to his dad and me. He figured that if he saved his B-Day money, November, and asked for only money for Christmas, he swore up and down he didn't even want candy, which I believe, he doesn't like candy much anyway, that he could then afford an iPhone XR. Fucking win! Exclamation mark. We told him that since he was being so resourceful and smart about money that we'd still get him some new clothes for Christmas too. He was pumped. That night, my partner said, I wish you could have helped us years ago with money. Ordering instead of guiding is a mistake. Parents should be a beacon instead of roadmap. Many a times we start imposing our ideal image on them, and that can trigger the rebel in teenagers. I feel that is one mistake most parents do. I have 2 teenage girls, and I wish I would have taught them when they were young how to speak up for themselves, to not be afraid to just tell other people what they want, what they don't want, etc. They are both extremely tentative and apologetic. I think I went overboard teaching about self-awareness, and it manifested into a lack of assertiveness. I worry most about their future romantic relationships, and them not being comfortable setting boundaries or saying no. Less fussing / yelling on my part. If your kid isn't going to be valedictorian, then a C is still passing, and in the end the grades didn't really matter. They can still go to college / trade school. They will still be successful. No one has asked for transcripts yet in a job interview. Not a parent, but when I was younger I wish my parents would have told / praised me about all the great things I achieved rather than listing everything I didn't do. My kids are 20 and 21 now, and they are both amazing in very different ways. Looking back, I'd say there are 2 things I would change. Firstly, I wish I had learned to be more positive. After years of negative parenting from my parents, it was a hard one to shift. The other thing would be saying no more often. So many things they would have appreciated more if they had worked for them. Other than that, learn that each child is amazing and unique, and one size does not fit all. Don't compare your teens to others. Just enjoy their achievements as individuals and help them become their best rather than measure them against generic standards. Are they happy? If so, you did good. As someone that was raised by sweet but clueless parents, Please, parents of Reddit, let your kid make their mistakes in life, and when they do make a mistake, talk to them about it and explain that everyone makes mistakes and that's where you can learn best, that's where you grow as a person. Help them to help themselves, don't help them cause you wanna help them, if that makes sense. Also, please don't guilt trip them when they make a decision in life. Talk to them in a calm manner and explain to them why you disagree with their decision and that no matter what, you'll support whatever they want to do. Talk to them, make them know you trust them, and make them know that you love them and that they are strong. In short, be their role model of a perfect human being. Make them wanna be like you when they grow up. Say no more often to frivolous requests, and let her make her own mistakes earlier on, to more effectively learn that her actions have consequences, sometimes forever. Yes, I'm her daddy, but if I could go back in time 10 to 15 years, I would do these two things better. Currently the parent of a 6-month-old, so no personal experience but have been giving it a lot of thought recently. The absolute stupidest thing my mum did when I was a teenager was not respecting my desire for privacy. I asked her when I was about 15 to stop sharing things I told her in confidence with her friends, and she said she wouldn't stop because it's how she processes things. So guess who never went to her with problems, and still doesn't now? I would have loved signing Teen up for sports, but due to commuting that wasn't possible unfortunately. That's definitely something I regret and something I think she missed out on. Otherwise I'm honestly proud of my kid. Yes, she drives me nuts at times, but isn't that the case with all? When your kids are little, try everything for the eating vegetables category. I made clean steamed veggies with a little salt and butter. Kid was not a fan. Watched my sister-in-law feed her kids veggies sautéed in garlic powder, they all taste the same, and dipping sauces etc. I was too pure. Kids need to be offered everything. I watched other people's kids eat sheets of nori, seaweed, straight up. Just try everything under the sun in the veg category. If their friends are generally good clean-cut people, let them hang out till all hours of the night on the weekends, at least within reason. Also encourage them to come over and hang out at your place and then give them privacy. I wish I had read the book entitled Yes, Your Teenager is Crazy, full of excellent advice for keeping him on track, and explanations for why they think the way they do. I had a few non-negotiables: no tattoos, no drugs or alcohol, no running away. Everything else we talked through. He turned out real well. He's got tattoos now, drinks and smokes dope, but socially, and has run away from home to live independently.